In practice problem number 3, we're looking at 85% of adults say that they never wear a helmet when riding a bicycle. So you randomly select 200 adults in the United States and ask them if they wear a helmet when riding a bicycle. So first we'll identify N, P, and Q. So N is 200, right, the number of adults we are randomly selecting. P, the probability of success, so the probability that they wear a helmet, the way that this is worded. We ask them if they wear a helmet when riding a bicycle. So 58% say they never wear a helmet when riding a bicycle, so that is actually Q. That's a probability of a failure. While the probability of success would then be 0.42. So now we want to find the products NP and NQ. So NP is 200 times 0.42, and NQ is 200 times 0.58. So NP comes out to 84, and NQ comes out to 116. So we can use the normal approximation, or we can say that this distribution is approximately normal because NP is greater than or equal to 5 and NQ is greater than or equal to 5. So finally, since it is approximately normal, we can find the mean and the standard deviation. So our formula for mean, again, is N times P. And we already did that calculation here, so we know that equals 84. And the standard deviation is the square root of N times P times Q. So we have the square root of 200 times 0.42 times 0.58. And our standard deviation is 48.72. Actually, it's going to be the square root of 48.72. Right, which is 6.98. Now, in your second practice problem, you were looking at writing continuity corrections, right? And in part A, the probability of getting more than 7 successes is the probability that x is greater than 7. Okay? And listing a couple of these values, that would be 8, 9, 10, and so on. So our continuity correction, in order to get more than 7, so 8's the first value we're interested in, I have to subtract 0.5 from 8. So this would be the probability that x is greater than 7.5. In part B, we want the probability of getting less than 38 successes. So the probability that x is less than 38. So here we would be looking at 37, 36, 35, and so on. Right. So here I need to add 1/2 to 37. Right, so we'll have the probability that x is less than 37.5. And finally, in part C, the probability of getting at most 15 successes. This would be the probability that x is less than or equal to 15. Right? This time, unlike the previous one, we're including 15. So 15, 14, 13, and so on. So I add 1/2 to 15, and I my new probability statement is the probability that x is less than 15.5. So we'll continue to take a look at this continuity correction and the properties of the binomial approximation in class.